Concerned parents in Manchester are getting sick and tired of students repeatedly bringing weapons to school and in one case actually attacking an assistant principal. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Olivia Schuler joins us now live in Manchester to tell us how families are reacting to this string of disturbing incidents. Good morning, Olivia.
Hey, Roger, good morning. Well, during that school board meeting, families said they are concerned for students' safety. Not only are they hearing about fights, but also bullying and other serious matters within the walls of the school. Now, parents are begging for change. Incident after incident. Just this Friday, the Bennett Academy assistant principal was taken to the hospital after being pushed to the ground by a student. But that wasn't the first incident. In January, a high school student was arrested and immediately expelled for carrying a loaded gun on school property. Just a month before that, a middle schooler shot another student with a splatterall gun. That shoots out water or gel-based beads. On top of all that, a number of physical fights. To take action, the school has since locked bathrooms during the school day.
The bullying, the fighting, the guns, you name it, we have it.
My child should not have to learn to regulate to a bully who continues to get away with violent, offensive, and disruptive behavior while she's trying to learn new math.
Parents are urging other parents to listen to their child if they hear about incidents that are happening at school. Now, during the school board meeting, they also discussed teacher safety and students' mental health. But no solutions were said during the meeting. Reporting live in Manchester this morning, Olivia Schuler, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.